Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geomologist Presents. This is a game in our continuing Christmas series. And today we're going to do sort of a dual game, not in the continuity of the normal cycle, currently with this character, who my wife Amy will introduce in a second. This character, Andy Holmes, is in Marseille, finishing out the adventure Secrets of Marseille. But for the Christmas season, we're going to do a special sort of dual adventure with Amy playing Andy Holmes and me being the keeper. And of course, Andy does have a sort sidekick of sorts, his love interest, Bernie, who will be tagging along and hopefully not die. Because it's not in the continuity, I don't know, I guess it would happen before Secrets of Marseille, but what happens, Amy, if Andy dies in this scenario?
Um, then I think he has to come back, perhaps as a vampire, or
Are there vampires in Cthulhu? I guess there's all sorts of
I,
monsters in Cthulhu.
I don't know. I mean, I was going to say a zombie
But then
or
it's
a
not
frog or a frog. He could come back as a frog.
a frog,
Seems frog. It seems pretty popular in Marseille to be a frog.
I guess. I guess we'll have to figure something out.
The
Make sure,
frog
I guess make
people.
sure, for one thing, I guess, since he was pulled from another tab in the game, you can top up his hit points.
Okay. But would he have had those hit points at this time?
Yeah, because he'd be full.
Okay. So he'd have 25.
Yeah. And Andy is a pulp hero. His sidekick, alas, is not really, although she has a really good power score and sanity. She's already adjusted Bernadette.
Yeah, but I don't know how to roll off of her sheet.
Go
Oh,
down.
that's why she was in edit mode.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, I should be able to roll just like normal. It's just not a pulp sheet, which is
Yep.
fine.
And then also, we should roll, go back to Andy's sheet. We should roll his luck for him because I know he used some luck in the last thing. So there's a way to roll, go down. There's a way to roll like your luck check to regain. So, and it even tells you,
Here,
is it that one?
I don't know.
We can press that. I think that's the one, but press it. We'll see.
Luck recovery. Recovered 14.
So you get 14 luck back. That's
Whoop,
your
whoop.
not nope 70, not 4. You're at 56. Now you're at 70.
Okay.
All right. So that's cool. Yeah, so I guess if you press like your luck roll, like during the course of the game would just be the word luck
Over
there.
here. Yes.
Yeah, so click on that and we'll make sure. Yeah, normal. Right. So
Yay! Hope I didn't lose that for the rest of the game
no,
because
no, not at all. No, but then if we
I
want to roll, like when we roll to recover luck, as you do at the beginning of a pulp game, you would roll, you would click that one, which you did. Right.
good thing that didn't happen this time. It's last
Right.
time.
Right. Yeah, so the rule is like you get two D. I mean, you kind of failed, so you only got D10 plus 5. If you succeed, right? So if you roll over your luck on that roll, then you get more, but 2D10 plus 10 or something like that. So anyway,
Yes.
still 70 luck is quite a bit. To make sure.
Yes.
So just to remind people, we are playing Pulp. I do have a Pulp cheat sheet here, so I will show you. You can adjust the skill 1 for 1. You can adjust a weapon fumble or malfunction for 10 points. You can have your sanity cost. This is important. You double the full sanity cost in luck points. You can have that sanity. So if you take 10 sanity, if you spend 20 luck, then you lose 5 sanity, something like that. You can avoid unconsciousness, which is probably good. You can regain hit points. Regain 1d6 hit points for 20 luck. And at 30 points minimum, so make sure you save 30. This is how you could survive. Then you avoid certain death. And luck can be used to adjust cannot be used to adjust luck rolls, adjust damage. That's good to know. You can't use it after a push. You can't adjust sanity rolls either, nor can you adjust skill experience checks. Avoid a non-combat 100. I mean, in combat, you'd use the weapon malfunction thing. Okay. So if you roll a complete fumble, like a non-combat skill fumble, you can't do it. And then we just did the regaining luck. There's
Yeah.
the pulp fighting sheet here. I will show as well to people's. All right. Just go to the firearm difficulties, right? Uh, Diving for cover gives a penalty dice. Partially concealed gives a penalty dice. I got to remember that. You get your bonus dice at 1/5 dexterity and feet. You can aim for a round to get a bonus dice. Penalty dice for moving, and then all the other stuff. See that we've done this correctly. The handgun firing 2+ shots, 1 penalty dice on all shots. But then you kind of mitigate that, of course, when you fire at point blank, like you did before, flying while running, et cetera, et cetera. So, all right. We could do hit locations. Oh, that's kind of cool. Might do that. I could roll a d20 if I refer to that sheet, just for, it doesn't make a difference because there's no like hit points per location like in RuneQuest or something. But right, okay, so
Right.
cool. All right, so why are we off of the continuity? Because we are doing a special Christmas game. So imagine you're in the Christmas season in Chicago. Amy said that this place looks familiar. This postcard, she
Familiar.
said, because Amy lived in Chicago at one point.
Yes, most of my life.
But today, we're not playing Kings of Chicago, although I guess that's the name of the campaign, though right now the adventures Secrets of Marseille. But today, we're playing Call of Cthulhu Christmas, Hung by the Chimney with Care. This is an adventure from Peterson Games, written and developed by Mark Hart, that you can find online somewhere, no doubt. So it's a Call of Cthulhu scenario for 2 to 4 investigators. So I feel like a pulp hero and his trusty sidekick, love interest, can save the day. So let us begin, unless Amy, you have any questions.
No questions.
All right. I guess we didn't have you introduce Andy Holmes. Maybe you can.
Andy Holmes grew up in an orphanage. He didn't know his family, but he knew his last name was Holmes. And so he was convinced because the room he stayed in had nothing but Sherlock Holmes stuff that since his last name is Holmes, Sherlock Holmes by far had to have been at least an uncle, if not his father. So he took up a job as a private investigator in Sherlock Holmes' honor because you cannot convince him that Sherlock Holmes does not exist. And while out on different jobs, there was this reporter that was bumping around, and he thought that she was quite pretty, and that would be Bernadette. And, he has done a few things, got her some exclusive stories, things of that nature. So they're quite a little couple now and have been for, I think, a couple years now.
Yes. So they met actually in the wake of the Valentine's Day massacre. Bernie, Andy was probably familiar with Bernie, her being a reporter in one of the local rags, but then during the St. Valentine's Day massacre and an adventure that happened in the wake of that involving a dog and an artifact or a couple artifacts, um, well, they became really good friends. So
Mhm.
here, this is a tale between them. Again, I'm imagining it is before the events of Secrets of Marseille, but we will see. And here you go. It starts. It is the week of Christmas. In fact, probably today it is the day before, or even depending, Christmas Eve. You receive a telegram. The telegram says, "Need your urgent help. Track down 12th volume of Revelations stolen from University Library. Meet me at Durham Hotel tomorrow night, room 313. 4 murders, 3 disappearances in town over the last week. Come soon as possible to prevent additional murders and avert even worse catastrophe. Something sinister occurring by Christmas Day if we fail to act. Nathan G. Piedmont." I will show you a picture of good old Nathan.
You know, Nate is a good friend of Andy's.
Yes, he is a librarian at the University of Chicago Library that you know. And I guess you look, it doesn't say where, but you look at the, where the Union Telegram is coming from, and it is from a town nearby, south of Chicago in Illinois. Uh, Pick a town, doesn't matter, any old town that has a main street. It would probably be decorated for Christmas Eve.
Probably kissing me, but
There you
that's
go.
okay.
Kissimmee sounds good. All right, so you can travel down to Kissimmee if you wish with uh, Bernadette.
Well, Andy would first place a phone call to Bernie and explain, look, hon, I know tomorrow's Christmas. And, we were planning on spending it together anyways, but why not just hop in the car? We'll take a little drive down. You can bring your camera and journalist stuff. This will get you an exclusive story, and you can hit the press as soon as Christmas is over and everything's back up and running. And this will definitely help both our careers.
Okay. Well, of course she'll agree because I already pre-agreed. And let me change my background though to reflect this game.
Cute. Getting there.
There we go.
That's the fun one.
Right. So, okay, so you drive down, no issue during the drive, and you drive down to the place. Oops.
I would think while we're driving, depending on what time it was, maybe they would have eaten first or stopped off and gotten something.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know why. No, I don't like it. Okay. So there you go. The Christmas season in Kissimmee. Andy and Bernie driving down the road. So you get there you go on Christmas Eve, you get down to the Durham Hotel. You arrive early in town early on Christmas Eve. Maybe this was the day before Christmas Eve, so you drive down early, get everything together, drive down early, and you travel down Main Street. You see the usual signs of holiday celebration, including colorful window displays and English holly wreaths, although the sign outside the local department store promises children. Oh, I should have had you make another roll before we
Okay.
get going. I don't know if does Holmes have mythos or does Bernie have mythos? Cthulhu mythos?
Ah, he definitely has some occult.
I guess maybe a hard cult or just a regular mythos. I don't know if he has any mythos at all.
I don't think he has any mythos.
Yeah,
So hard.
yeah, I think that's the case.
So penalty.
No, no penalty. Just hard means you have to get a half your
Oh,
occult.
okay. Wait. I have to do it over here. Click it to hard,
Yeah,
then occult. All right. There we go. He definitely failed.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good. He did adjust it. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Yeah,
And
so he
then
doesn't he has no idea what this Revelations book
and then
is.
Bernie, you said?
I don't think does Bernie have a cult? She
I don't
might. I
know.
know she doesn't have. I looked. She doesn't have mythos.
I law spot hidden brawl handgun. I don't see her having that. No, she has a 0, but
Okay.
she can roll it if you need her to.
No, if it's a zero, then it's not going to be anything. Well, you mean a cult zero or?
No, it says Cthulhu Mythos 0.
Oh yeah. So she. Let me see. I wonder if the default occult is 5.
Okay.
So you can just roll percentile dice, or if you, yeah.
Oops.
Oh,
It didn't give me the option to put the 5 there.
oh, that's fine. Yeah. She's like, why do we want a Bible book? The
Because
Book
it's
of
the
Revelation.
Christmas season.
Book of Revelations. What? I didn't know anything was stolen. Anyway, you drive down
She's
there. You have no idea what this Revelations book is. You get to the Durham Hotel, which is located off of Main Street. It looks like this place is. Oh wait, I guess I should say. I was describing the Christmas scene first. So, although a sign outside the local department store promises children the opportunity to see Santa Claus, someone has scrawled "canceled" in big diagonal letters across it. The community feels a bit subdued. You would think there'd be more people out on the street, but only a few. From somewhere in the town, you hear the shattering of glass. Again, only a few people are walking out or driving, really. And the shops are devoid, oddly, of the usual holiday-related bustle. There's a slow but steady snowfall that decorates the street and sidewalks. And then actually, as you enter town, you see, as you look in the rearview mirror, a police squad car is following you. Once
Huh.
you once you park in front of the Durham Hotel, the squad car drives past slowly. The officer driving the car glares at you as he passes by. So the Durham Hotel, located off of Main Street, has fallen into disrepair and neglect. Maybe it's like this building or something there. Um, Inside, there's a desk clerk as you go inside.
Andy would like to take out his notebook and scribble down being followed by squad car. Have to
Yep,
check into that.
yep. And you see this. He is definitely nervous. He's distracted and nervous when you come in, and there's an out of order placard on the elevator doors. Um, you guys can make a spot attempt a spot hidden.
Okay, I will do Andy first. But he didn't.
A lot of this is going to
Um,
be theater of the mind, just FYI for people who are listening. I will put tokens up as we need.
he failed it.
Yes. Well,
And Bernie, hang on. But hidden. She was successful.
okay. All right. So Bernie tugs at your sleeve and points to near the elevator doors.
I know, Dame, it's out of order. I'm sorry, but I'll carry your bag. Don't you worry.
No, no, those. And she points, and you see tiny blood spots, still fresh, on the faded carpet near the elevator doors.
Hmm. Why don't you take your camera over there, darling, and get a picture of that while I finish checking us in, and then I'll make sure we get upstairs, okay?
Right. Well, she will do that. And you approach the nervous desk clerk. Not
Hmm.
that close, not in his face quite. All right. So he kind of looks at you.
Evening, sir. I need a room for myself and my doll. I just have her waiting over there for me, that way you don't hear when I tell you that I need a nice room. So I'm willing to pay for it, but I need your nicest room.
Because rooms. I mean, in the telegram, I will remind you of the telegram.
I kept it here.
All right. He did say to meet in room 313. Here.
Yes, but we need our own room.
All right. So the guy's like, um, oh, okay. So he kind of checks you in.
Don't worry so much, son. You'll get home safe in this snow. I promise Santa won't forget you.
Okay.
I appreciate your help.
All right.
And
Do you not ask him about anything?
I don't think Andy wants to give up why he's there quite yet.
Okay.
He already seems a little I don't want to say sketchy. He seems nervous, and Andy kind of feels like maybe he'd hide some information from him or give him information that's not 100% accurate because something must have just happened for him to be that jumpy.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you get your again. You have to take the stairs because there is no. Um,
He'll hand the room key to Bernie and he'll carry both bags up because, he's assuming that she has the bag that goes over the shoulder and then the suitcase and then his suitcase and then her camera bag. And like anything, he looks like a pack mule going up the steps.
right. Okay. Well, I guess they put you in room. It's going to be a second floor, room 247.
247.
Okay. These long, older buildings, long hall type of thing.
Yeah.
And I guess you can put your stuff down and there's no, I guess you can go upstairs to see if Piedmont's there.
Yeah, he's gonna say, Bernie, do you want to stay here and catch a nice bath, or do you want to go to room 313 and meet Piedmont with me?
I
I
think
mean,
I'll,
if you
I think I'll stay with you.
that sounds good. Make sure you bring yourself a notebook and pencil. You might have to make your notes under the table because I haven't told him that I was bringing anyone from the press. This is an under the table type job, love.
Okay. All right. So upstairs, as you go upstairs to room 313, it's like on the opposite side. Well, it's as close to the stairs, maybe
Mhm.
in about the middle. No, about a third of the way, since you guys are at the
Okay.
very end. You guys seem to be at the very end. Um, at least the radiator is working in your room. All right. The door to room 313 hangs open. As you cautiously push it open, you don't hear anyone inside. Overturned drawers lie on the floor, as do the bed sheets and mattresses. Someone has thoroughly searched through Piedmont's luggage and tossed his belongings around without care. A chair in one of the corner rooms shows fresh bloodstains. You
Hmm.
see a leather portfolio bearing the initials NGP on the floor next to the bed, with a handful of papers scattered beneath it. As you examine the papers, they include notes Piedmont made, it said, seemingly, during his stay. And he has the two addresses. One slip of paper bears a scrawled note, Billy Lantham, son of Robert. There that night, what did he see? On the other side, a crossed out note reads, by postage for mom's birthday card. They know, you know that since you know Piedmont, you know that his mother passed away years ago, which is
Hmm.
curious.
Very curious. Dame, do you want to take some photographs before we go in, honey? And then
Well, I
I
mean,
guess
I
you
figured you're already in. I mean, I guess you could be. I'm taking photographs as you come in. That's
yeah.
fine.
Try not to touch anything because I want to clear the room of any people in here before you step in.
There's no one in there. You already did.
Okay.
I already fast forwarded through that.
So he wants to go down and
I
take a
guess I'm
look at the
assuming your standard MO, so I'm not. Unless there's
yes.
something in there, then there's no point.
Yeah,
Okay.
take pictures, make notes.
Okay. So you can both attempt another spot hidden,
Well, Andy wants to
or unless
look
you're
at the
lurching where you're. You can tell me where you're searching first.
well, he would have gone in and they would have looked at everything, taken pictures before they did much of anything. He would have looked under the bed, made sure no one was there, looked in the bathroom, made sure no one was there, and then I think he would actually have closed the door to the room.
Okay. Under the bed is a small post office box, box key.
Okay.
A
Okay.
small post office lockbox key. Hard to say that.
Okay. He would do that and then he would walk over to where the blood was. He's giving Bernie a chance to get a real good up close picture of it and
Mhm.
see if it looks like a lot of blood, just drops.
Yeah,
He's trying to see.
NGP are Piedmont's initials, Nathan Piedmont.
Yes.
Okay.
He wants to see if it looks like he was shot and it's blood splatter. Is it a knife wound? Did he get
Um,
into a fist fight and it's drops of blood off his nose?
yeah, it's not a lot of blood, so you
Okay.
probably guess he was like worked over.
Okay.
Barney says, so now should we talk to the desk clerk?
Not quite yet, hon. We don't want to let him know that we're investigating anything because he's still a suspect till we exclude him. I hope you're taking notes, love. He wants to take his handkerchief out and put it around his finger and dab the blood and see if it's still really wet or is it sticky or is it dry?
It's sticky, so it's fresh, but not
Like,
super fresh, right?
like few hours ago, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
All right. Does he see anything in the bathroom at all?
Nope,
And is the bed still made up or does it
nope.
look
It's all
like
to everything's tossed.
totally tossed? Does he see Piedmont's suitcase anywhere?
No.
Hmm. Piedmont always travels with extra shoes. Does he see any shoes?
Yeah, it's like some stuff that's still around. I mean, it's like he was staying here, but
Okay. All right. Well, I think, is there a room key to room 313 anywhere in the room?
um no, you don't see.
All right. Then he's gonna close the room behind him, but make sure you can still open it.
Yeah,
And he's like, Bernie, do you want to go down with me? I don't normally take you with me to do all these investigations. You're not scared or anything, are you, darling?
she's not scared. She'd rather stay with you though.
That's perfectly fine.
I mean,
I'm
sometimes
assuming,
sometimes you miss things, Andy.
of course I do, but I worry for you, you know? So
I wouldn't have come if I weren't interested.
would you happen to have that gun that I gave you for Christmas on you?
We have guns.
I'd hope that it's loaded and you can go ahead and keep
What
it
kind
in
of
your
gun did she?
jacket pocket.
Oh, yeah, she has it. It's a short automatic.
Okay. Andy'll have his ready to go, but in his pockets.
Yeah,
And
like a shoulder holster. Is it like? I mean, hers is in. She's wearing like a jacket, so it's like in a shoulder holster. It's a 22 automatic. She'll rack
yeah.
it. She'll rack it and put the safety back on if you wish. But
That's what he'd like, and Andy'll do the same. He's probably got it, under his suit jacket, have
mhm.
the holster. Easy
Okay,
enough to grab. So,
right. All right. Well, and remember the telegram also said 4 murders, 3 disappearances in town over the last week.
right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And you notice that the holiday season was kind of subdued in town. Okay.
Yeah.
And you
So
have some clues. All right.
he wants to very cautiously head back downstairs and he wants to investigate each step and landing as he goes. And I'm sure Bernie's doing the same thing. Walls, landings. He's looking for blood trails, scuff
Nope.
marks, if anything's been dragged.
No.
Just out of curiosity, if he goes over to where the elevator is, I know it's not working, but can he open it?
You have a crowbar?
Well, I'm assuming the electricity is on, right?
Um, Give me a luck check.
Hard success.
Yep. It is. Yeah, you press the button and it seems to be working.
All right. He wants to, if it opens, he wants to check the inside, see if
Oh yeah,
anything.
it looks like let's see. It looks like yeah, it looks like there's some drops of blood again. Um Muddy feet, muddy, footprints, but like from your regular types of shoes.
Okay.
Well, not muddy, but like what you all kind of like, from walking out in the snow and picking up, dirt from the slush and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Like
Um,
sludgy. Yeah.
Sludgy. Yeah. And then like, so definitely there is a few people in here. You can see the drops of blood. Um, like someone has been worked over, either like bloody nose or, bloody lip or whatever. That's what kind of, it seems, the amount of blood it seems to you.
Well, he wants to turn to Bernie and say, want to take it down one level?
Well, it goes down to you're on the second, well, you're on the third floor. It goes down to the second floor. You can
Yeah.
take it down to the lobby.
Should we give it a try, Bernie? I mean, if anything happens, we can hold on to the rail and hope for the best. Can't be as painful as getting shot by those frogs long ago. Do you want to chance it? Or do you want to take the steps down and I'll hit the button?
I don't think the frog thing has happened yet. It's not in continuity. It's like before
Oh,
the
okay.
events of Secret Somewhere Safe. Um, that's what works best, I think, for me. So
Okay.
we said that like Andy and Bernie had some adventures in between, because like a few years after the events of the
Yeah.
Haunted Adventure. So okay, just
But
could be
he just wants to know if Bernie wants to go down the steps or does she want to chance
she'll
the elevator with him?
she'll meet you downstairs, and you go down the elevator. She'll go down the steps.
All right, and I'm assuming that she's keeping a very close eye on every step, landing everything on her way down, taking pictures if needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently they didn't turn this elevator off based on your luck check there. You take the elevator down to the first floor, and of course it doesn't, because that sign is out there. It kind of um, doesn't open all the way, but you can, and maybe that the string or whatever on the sign snaps. You hear like
Yeah.
the clerk kind of gasp, and he's like really pale. Um, Now he's like
All
kind of
right.
takes a step back, puts his hands up.
Son, it's just me. Me and my dame. We kind of forgot she was coming on down. She remembered that the elevator was out. I forgot I hit the button. I terribly sorry. I don't know what was wrong with the elevator, but it certainly is working now, darling.
Okay, he looks very confused because clearly, I mean, the blood and stuff is obvious, but
Did you just render it inoperable because of the blood? You're just waiting for the police officers? Is that why they are driving around outside?
yeah, give me a persuade roll with a bonus dice that lets you. I can't remember if it lets you or not.
Persuade. With bonus. Submit. Number of dice, one. Okay.
No, I think it. Okay, well, maybe we'll see. We'll see what it does.
Okay.
Oh, extreme success. Okay, he like stammers out. Oh yeah, because it rolled a one and something else. Cool. Okay.
Um,
Well, anyway, it says extreme success. It looks like it rolled a one,
I have it up.
a one and a one. Haha, it's funny. Okay. Yeah. So you got even without the bonus dice, you got a 10 out of 50. All right. Don't forget to check these, by the way.
I checked it, but I see no need to hit the bonus unless you want me to and see if I get something like better
Yeah.
than an extreme.
No, no. Well, you did. I mean, you don't need to. I think it rolled like a one. Like I was mousing over, and it rolled like a one and another one, or a one and a zero or something. Rolled a one and a one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
so
just
that's
don't
fine.
think I can get better. So
No, no. All right. So he stammers out as almost if you're like he's confessing, but well, you can listen to what he says. He says, "Look, they two people came in. They demanded to know Mr. Piedmont's room number. They were very scary. About 10 minutes later, the two men had Piedmont between them. They returned to the lobby through the elevator. Looks like Piedmont had a bloody nose, a cut across his cheek, blood across his forehead. They dragged him out to a waiting car. It wasn't a police car, and they drove away. I didn't recognize either man, but one of them flashed a badge of some sort. and one of them had a thin but noticeable scar on the forehead. I didn't. They were scary. I didn't do anything. I haven't talked to the police. I don't know what to do.
First of all, first thing you need to do is take a deep breath, son. You're going to pass out. You did exactly what you should have done. You told me the truth. You'll relay it to the police later. Have you called the police at all?
He says no.
All right.
I
What
thought
I'm
one of
gonna
them was
do,
police or like something. He flashed a
well,
badge.
I also have a badge. I'm a private investigator. Um, I will go ahead and if you don't mind, I will that phone over there in the lobby. I'm just gonna place a phone call to the police officer around. Is there one that you are close to that you trust that I should ask for?
Well, he says if you just dial, put a, he gives you the like the dial number to directly to the police, right? This,
Mhm.
because like a dispatch or a switchboard, right? So
But is there an officer that you would like me to talk to? Maybe one you know personal or comes around the hotel and checks on you? Someone you trust? I mean, clearly you have no reason to trust me, but I want to make sure that you're taken care of and feel safe in this situation of sorts.
um, all right. Because I mean, he says the are they county police? They're city town police, I guess.
Probably county or city. Is there someone you want me to ask for, darling?
He says Sheriff Hooper.
Sheriff Hooper? All right, I will definitely do that. You stay right here. Do you like tea or coffee?
Um,
Because if you want a tea or coffee, I suggest you make one. We'll keep you safe. Don't worry.
all right.
I'll leave Bernie up here to keep an eye on things while I place the phone call. You have some time. And he'll go over and he'll call the police and ask for Sheriff Hooper.
All right. There's like a when you call, there's like a pause,
Mhm.
and then someone gets on the phone. He says, "This is the officer in charge, Hank Erickson. What do you know about Sheriff Hooper?" He
Mr.
says with a
Erickson,
little. He says with the officer Erickson, but he says with the edge to his voice. This Erickson guy.
I actually don't know the sheriff personally. I'm Detective Andy Holmes. I'm here from Chicago. I come down at the behest of Mr. Piedmont to look for a missing item of his, and I got here to the hotel, and there seems to be some mischief going on, and I asked the front desk clerk who to call, and he told me to ask for Sheriff Hooper.
He's like,
Is
he's,
he around that I can speak with him?
he's like, who is this?
I just told you who I am. Maybe
So you're a friend of Piedmont?
I told you I'm a private investigator under the employ of Mr. Piedmont. He asked me to come down and look for a missing item.
Are you at the hotel?
I would like you to meet me here at the hotel.
He hangs up the phone.
Interesting gentleman. He'll go over to Bernie and say, I talked to an officer Erickson. They apparently either don't know where Sheriff Hooper is, don't know who Sheriff Hooper is, or really they don't know anything. But he's on his way. We'll see.
All right. Do you stay here then, I guess? And wait?
We'll wait because we told him we were waiting.
Okay.
Is there a bar or a restaurant in the hotel?
There's no bar, Amy. It's prohibition.
I know, but they would still have a bar that you can go to. You just can't get alcohol.
It's closed for Christmas Eve.
Okay.
You can sit in the lounge.
Yeah, we'll just Wait, I'm sure they have fluffy chairs in the front we can wait in.
All right. You see, you don't hear, but you see lights.
Andy will stand up and head towards the front door, making sure Bernie's behind him.
Okay. And the policeman comes out. A policeman comes out. He's by himself, which is, I don't know if that's a little odd. Anyway, he comes out. He's got his gun drawn. It's like, you get back in there. Get back in there. Who are you?
Are you Officer Erickson?
He says, I'm Erickson. Where's
You
Hooper?
are you are just as rude in person as you are on the phone. We spoke on the phone already. Don't tell me you have that small of a mentalness here, sir. I
He
asked you
looks,
to
he
come
looks
over here and
really,
talk to me.
he looks really, really, I'll show you a picture because I got a picture.
Think you've been hitting the eggnog a little hard, even though it's not supposed to be spiked. Yeah, you.
He looks really beleaguered, like really stressed and beleaguered. He's got, like I said, he's got his gun out. Where's Piedmont? Bring me Piedmont.
I don't know where Piedmont is. That's why I had you come here.
Yes,
I think
he tells you
perhaps
to back away from the door and follows you in if you let him.
I was assuming I'm just standing there and he could get in just fine.
All right, the clerk is like ducked behind the thing. I don't know, Bernadette. I guess I'm having you roll for Bernadette. Give me a
I'm
snap.
assuming Bernadette, when Andy went over the door to meet the police officer, would have gone around the corner into where acting as if she was the hotel clerk,
Okay,
because the
okay,
hotel clerk's a little freaked out, so she would be kind of trying to calm him down.
all right. Yeah. So he's like, "What do you know?" And then he asks again, "What do you know about Sheriff Hooper?
I told you
Where's
the only
Piedmont?"
reason. Did you not listen to our entire conversation on the
He's
phone?
like, I mean, you could see that look in his eyes. I mean, you could try to maybe try to calm him down. Fast talk,
Yeah.
persuader, psychology.
Um, psychology?
Yeah. I mean, whatever is your,
I have a 60.
okay. Oh,
I was
okay.
successful.
All right. So go ahead, give me your, you're gonna have to repeat it for him, probably slower.
Okay. Officer Erickson, look me right in the eyes. Take a deep breath, son. Take a deep breath in, deep breath, deep, 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 and let it go. Let's do that a couple of times more here. And when you're feeling a little better, let's just sit down and talk like gentlemen.
All
I
right.
understand you're having a rough day, but if I keep giving you all the same information, then we're not going to get anywhere. We're a team here. Team Erickson and Holmes.
All right. So he takes a deep breath, like you say, because Piedmont was a person of interest.
Person of interest in what? Because I was employed by him to look for a missing item.
He goes, Sheriff Hooper is missing. He's disappeared.
Uh, Piedmont did send me a telegram and telling me that there's been a little bit of mischief going on in this town. A few disappearances and some not so nice outcomes for people. Are you telling me that you think he has kidnapped Sheriff Hooper or that he had something to do with the untimely endings to some of the people?
He's like, he goes, look, Piedmont was a person of interest because the murders didn't occur until after he came into town. Where is he?
I can't tell you. I can only tell you I was supposed to meet him in his room and he was not there. There's some blood, not a lot. There's some blood, maybe a couple hours old up in his room, and came down and I got the number and name of who to call. So that brings us full circle to where I am right now. but I am fully trained. I am authorized to investigate and I can get information and probably if we work together, we'll solve this together and that might get you a promotion there, son.
All right. Well, he does calm down. I think eventually the clerk, Bernie, helps the clerk, and you guys make some coffee. So he kind of sits down there in the empty restaurant, and he goes, "Look, um, there's been murders." He tells you
Mhm.
about some of the murders. He says one of the, I think Billy Lantham may have witnessed the most recent, but the boy's story is impossible. He's an unreliable witness. The boy's drawing, and he kind of shows a drawing, and it's like a headless fat man. I don't think an animal has committed these murders. Uh, the autopsies don't seem that. I don't know what has killed these people. Again, like these murders happened as soon as Piedmont showed up. Um,
Well, the item I'm looking for Mr. Piedmont that I was brought down here and hired to look for is a book of Revelation. And I do know in my own little Bible, it talks an awful lot about, you know, things that could happen later on if people are not good. But it sounds an awful lot to me based on things that I've investigated up in Chicago that perhaps maybe they're trying to send a sign, or maybe Billy Lampton was saying something in his picture similar to if we cut the head of the snake off, this will end.
goes, oh, good, good. He kind of goes, oh, that reminds me. Paisley Lewis filled a missing person report for her father. His name is
Paisley Lewis?
Paisley Lewis, Edmund Lewis.
Okay.
He usually plays like Santa Claus, does the thing.
Okay.
Um, he's like the local Santa. He's been missing apparently. But then several people after, including City Councilman Darwin Talbart and the attorney Robert Lantham, the father of the the father of Billy, the one of them who was killed, urged me not to expend too much time searching for Lewis. I guess they said he was holed up somewhere, suffering another bout of an illness. He's got some, head issues.
Well, I mean, lots of people get headaches during the holiday season. So is this Lampton and the Attorney General, they're living people,
I guess
correct?
district attorney, probably attorney.
District
No,
Attorney.
City Councilman Darwin Talbert and attorney Robert Lantham.
All right. Are they available and you've spoken to them? Because
Well,
to
he tells you
me,
Robert Lantham's, I think is, let me make sure. Robert Lantham is dead.
huh,
Let me see who this is. Okay, all right. So I'll give you all right. So the murders taken place over the past week. Spaced about a day apart.
okay.
Sarah Scott, a Darwin Talbot, who was a city council member, a Davis Griggs, and then the latest is Robert Lantham. There's some disappearances
Thanks.
also. Anthony Clark, who is a local GP, general practitioner, Myra Clark, who is a bookkeeper, and Dr. Clark's wife, and then the county sheriff, Clyde Hooper. The murders all occurred late at night in the victims' homes. No signs of break-in or forced entry. They were all grisly with wounds consistent with a large animal attack.
Did this large animal have claws and teeth? I mean, did you find claw marks and teeth marks on said bodies?
Yeah, but
And have the bodies been
they
interned
look
already?
like a large animal attack.
If
Have
they've
they?
not been interned, maybe myself and my assistant here, Miss Fuchs, can go down and check out the bodies. You know, where I know it's Christmas Eve and all, but maybe it'll be a Christmas miracle and we can solve the case.
Let me see. I mean, I guess Erickson said, I guess these guys are these all people connected? I don't know. Uh, he says, Aubrey thinks they are, but is it Aubrey? Yeah. She goes, it says when Aubrey thinks they are, but she's into those conspiracy theories. I'm looking to see if there are other things.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds to me like first thing we need to start with is do you have pictures of these crime scenes? Maybe we can all head down to the police department, look at these photographs together.
We can go visit. I can. You have two of the addresses actually already. I don't know if you let him know, but you do. Um, he tells you the most recent is the Lantham, and you have like a note from
Yeah, Billy.
Billy Lantham, son of Robert. Right.
Well, I mean, let you can either go with us or you can just give me the addresses and I'll let you know what I find out afterwards. I mean, y'all seem a little bit on edge here. Maybe it won't be so good for you to go back to there and you can wait for other phone calls for other things that might be going on. I mean, it's up to you,
There's
Erickson,
no.
but
He says
I
no,
want us to
no.
be a team. Hmm?
He says I appreciate that, Mr. Holmes. I think I will tag along with you.
That is perfectly fine. Just so that we are completely upfront, both myself and my dame here, we do have firearms. We are trained in it and we are licensed to have them. And our fingerprints are on record. So if anything happens, we'll make sure that you have everything you need.
All right. Well, okay. So he's with you. He says he's like, look, I just want to solve these things, and if you think Piedmont brought you here to do that, but now he's missing, so now it's more. I don't know if it's more suspicious or he's going to be one of the disappearing now. What's going on here? But I'd rather stick with you um
That's
than not.
perfectly fine. Maybe you should, bring a coffee thermos with you, you know,
Yeah,
be
let's.
safe.
It's probably gonna be a long, cold day. I'll stick with you.
Hmm.
All right. So I guess Chief or Officer Erickson. I guess he's technically chief right now. Um, when you ask who is Win Aubrey, he says, yeah, she's at the well, she's the one bothering me about this. She's a journalist and photographer at the Gazette. So as I was saying, when you ask who is Win Aubrey, Officer Erickson, I have Chief Erickson here, but I guess he's chief more or less. He says, yeah, she's the one bothering me about this investigation. She's at the Gazette, which is our local newspaper.
I would think that would make Bernadette's ears pop up.
Yeah.
Maybe not like a dog, but you know what I mean.
So then we go outside. He's like, so your car or mine?
Why don't we take two cars? Because then if you get a call, you can go and we won't be impeding you.
All right. So we want to go to Lantham residence or the Gazette.
Well, why don't we go to Lantham residence first and then, you know, see how this goes? What do you think there, Chief? Now, acting Chief Erickson.
That sounds good. All right. So he follows you out there. You get out there. It's a large three-story house. It lies on the outskirts of town at the end of a winding road. Thick woods surround the property. So Erickson knocks on the door. And a woman answers,
That's Win.
no, this is the widow Lantham. You said you wanted to go to the Lantham
Yeah.
residence first.
Yes.
So she introduced herself as Mary Lantham. She has her story. Uh, right, each she recalls hearing a noise in the middle of the night, like something scrabbling on the roof, followed by scratching sounds in each case. Um, well, she says that my husband went down to investigate, and Erickson said, "Yeah, this is much like what the others said." Moments later, I heard a blood-curdling scream that shattered the silence. Um, there was no sign of any break-in. The victim died in or near the family room, and the body ripped and shredded, but with surprisingly a small amount of blood.
Hmm.
They're sit on the floor around the fireplace, um, and the victim's corpse. That's what Erickson says, and the widow just kind of nods. In this case, she says his body was hung upside down from the mantelpiece like a deflated stocking. Um, she says my son Billy witnessed it, but then the and Erickson says like shakes his head, but he's not really a good witness. I mean, it's a little boy. And she goes, well, anyway, I sent him to spend a few nights with her, with my sister a few towns over, just to get away.
That's probably a good idea, ma'am. And are you here at this homestead by yourself?
She goes, yes, but I'm fine. It hasn't come back. Um, she
Was
says, anyway,
anything
what
taken?
it's irrelevant what Billy saw. And Chief Erickson says, yeah, he shrugs his shoulder, like I said, it's nothing more than a bad dream, it seems, a reaction to his father's murder.
Well, I mean, I never discount the legitimacy of what any witness tells me. And I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart and from, from my friend over here, we call her Bernie. Um, you have our biggest heartfelt apologies for the loss of your wonderful husband, and you're, I'm sure, just in mourning. And I want you to know that you have my utmost attention to this, even though I'm not an officer. I am a private investigator, and here is my business card if you need me. Obviously, I'm staying at the hotel. You can reach me there if you need me.
I guess with the okay, I guess you can make a attempt to persuade check.
Sorry, I was getting the characters up there.
Yep. And also you can attempt another spot hidden, you and Bernadette.
Alrighty, so persuade first.
Very nice.
Ooh, he's very persuasive tonight.
Yes. Well, yeah, he says, well, the other one was psychology, I thought. Anyway.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness. He is all over it. And then let me get Bernie. And you want
no, you
Bernie
don't
to
need it.
just,
You don't need it with Bernie. I was just she's like backup. Right. Okay. All right. So,
well, I,
I'll,
before you do that, I think Bernie would ask her permission to take pictures of where it happened. And she understands that she's going through mourning, but out of
yeah,
respect, she wants to ask first.
right. So you can go up to the room. She'll let you go up to the room without persuade to it's hard success. She'll let you, because I know we've said everything else, but she looks at Chief Erickson and he nods his head and she says, yeah, you could take a look at the room, but I don't know if you're going to find anything. Um, but you can go up to the room and look. So you can take a picture of the where he was killed, although she's cleaned it up, and then
Right.
go up to the Billy's bedroom to look. You
Mm-hmm.
see something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So on um, there's a collection of photos, awards, and plaques that seem to
We tell
be
you what, a collection of what?
of photos, awards, and plaques, like set apart. Um,
Mhm.
and you notice something. You got an extreme success, so you notice something because Erickson did kind of share, probably show you some pictures and stuff like that, um, of the different people who were killed. I guess
Mhm.
he's carrying his folder with him in the car, but when you guys had coffee, he did that. So
Mhm.
you see, they're dedicated to something called the Thoreau Society, and the photographs include they show a picture at a hospital charity event with the Thoreau Society members, and um, of those people, only two of them are still alive and accounted for.
Hmm.
So you notice the four murder victims, the ones who were missing, and the ones who were unaccounted for. I guess Officer Erickson says that's a wit. If you ask him, I don't know.
Well, I think he would ask Bernie to take a picture of that first.
Okay,
And all four murder victims were in that picture, right?
yeah,
And only two were living still, right?
right.
Erickson, sir,
Yes.
Chief, do you recognize these four in this picture? I know two of them,
Ah,
obviously, we recognize, but the other two, do you know who they are?
yeah, that's Winston Spays and a George Hagelin. Spays owns a bookshop.
And Hayes?
Hageland is another of the quote unquote high society people in town. He has a house kind of close to here on the edge of town, a big house.
All right. And have you discussed anything with them or seen them recently? Know that they're fine?
I haven't, no.
Would
I
you mind doing me a favor, Chief, and doing a wellness check on these two while I continue the investigation?
Okay, sure. Um, yeah, I guess you can contact the dispatch to try to get in touch with me if you
Perfect.
need it. Okay, so he'll do that. I don't know who's going to go for first.
I
Um,
mean,
oh,
before
sorry. Spades is a local antique shop
that's
called
okay.
the Relic Retrospective.
Before we
So he'll
leave
probably
out
go to
here,
Hagelin's home first.
can I finish at the house first, though?
Yeah.
Holmes would like to ask the widower.
The widow. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the widow. What exactly did your son say he saw? I know there's a picture, and pictures can tell us 1,000 words, but what did he say to you that he saw?
Evil Santa Claus, she says.
Okay.
All right. Well, you go up to the room. It looks like you find a coloring the boy drew, but a picture depicts something out of a nightmare. A rotund Santa Claus dressed in a traditional red suit with white flock, but missing a head. He carries a sack over his shoulder. Something red drips from the sack and leaves a trail of droplets behind. For
Hmm.
some strange reason, the red droplets also leak from the ends of Santa's arms.
Huh. Andy would tell Bernie, this reminds me of those stories we used to hear that our parents would tell us about something in Germany called Krampus. Have you had anything in your professional experience that matches this, Bernie?
She says, "Nope, this is weird. It's
You
horrifying."
know,
Right,
it's a little horrifying, but you know, we'll solve the case. Can't beat, Andy and Bernie.
right. Okay, so
Not
where to next?
well, Andy's gonna say, I think, Bernie, we need to go to that post office
Okay,
and see if we can't get ourselves into that box.
okay. I'm just gonna make some. We can make some rolls in the background for. Um, So give me some percentile dice rolls, please. I'll let you roll. So roll, if you could roll me, yeah, I guess give me a percentile dice.
66.
Okay. And
One off of the number of the beast. Kind of appropriate.
um, right. Okay. That's probably okay. Cool. And so we're going to the post office now.
Yes. I'm assuming it's still open because it wasn't super late when we got there. I mean,
No, no,
Kissimmee
it's
not
not. It's
that
not late.
far.
All right. So you get there, you have the key. If you have the key in hand, there's like no issue really.
Mm-hmm.
I can move the widowed anthem away. There's no issue really. And you open up lockbox number 6. The box contains a rolled up stack of pages held in a cardboard tube.
Cardboard tube.
Yep.
All right. Does it look like a lot of pages?
It looks like it's hand copied from something. The sheets are scribbled in Nathan Piedmont's handwriting,
All
and
right.
they detail a ritual called the banishment of the defiler.
Banishment of the defiler.
Yep.
All right. Andy'll replace the cardboard tube into the box, but hand the pages to Bernadette to put in her purse.
Okay. Um, there's also different posters labeled as missing occupy one of the post office's walls. You see a Dr. Anthony Clark, his wife Myra, and Sheriff Clyde Hopper. A fourth picture is a stout middle-aged man with a bushy white beard. Says
Mm-hmm.
Edmund Lewis, who's been missing for 3 weeks. The oldest one, and that's the last poster, or the oldest of them, asks for information on the whereabouts of a father, Byron Harmon, who a priest now missing from St. Mark's Church for over a year.
Huh.
Okay. All right.
I'm sure that Bernie on the sly is taking pictures of all of it.
Right.
So,
So yeah, it is in Piedmont's handwriting, and it does say it's taken from volume 12 of the Revelations of the Glocky.
volume 12
Yeah.
of the Revelations.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll nod at Bernie and wait for her to nod back at him, and then they will close the lockbox back up and hand it back to them to put away,
Okay.
making sure there is still
Merry
something in the box.
Merry Christmas, says Mabel, the clerk.
Merry Christmas to you, young lady. I hope it is a wonderful holiday for you and you get everything your heart desires.
Because, well, an end to these murders.
That is what Bernie and I are trying to do for you. Hopefully, we can pull
All right.
a Christmas miracle for you.
Okay. Where to next?
Um, Honestly, I think Bernadette would want to go to the newspaper next.
Okay.
And then she would be wondering if there is a library nearby.
Well, I mean, probably not, but I'm sure that the newspaper, I'm sure there's a good newspaper morgue.
Okay.
All right. So you go to the Gazette.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. There's Winifred or Win Aubrey, and she's the only person there. Uh, she says, "Oh, hello, how are you?"
Good evening, ma'am. I'd like to introduce you to my partner here, Bernie. We're down here from Chicago, and we heard that you reported somebody missing.
Oh,
And
quite a few people missing.
we're just trying to get some information. And I was also wondering if by any chance you might have seen Spays or haggling around.
Um, Winston Spays, he owns a shop down near St. Mark's Church, and Haglin missed. She goes, "Why are they people of interest? Wait, who are you?
I'm a private investigator.
So you're investigating the murders? Who hired you? Did the did Erickson hire you? He's on edge, you know."
No, he didn't exactly hire me. I was hired by someone that will remain anonymous to look for something that was missing of his down here in this here city. And when I got down here, it looked as though my services were more needed for locating missing people than a missing item. But I was also wondering, if you don't mind, ma'am, if you might have any information on these two, because there was a picture I saw of four men, and two of them looks like they have been, slept, and the other two, I'm just wondering where they might be.
Yeah, sure. You can look through the newspaper morgue if you
I
wish.
appreciate it, and I was wondering, do you have a strong German population in this area?
I mean, not necessarily.
Mm.
I mean, like most of the Midwest, German, Scandinavian.
Yeah, because I heard an old story from my parents when they wanted us to go to
What
bed at
parents?
night.
What parents? You're an orphan.
He's just making up a story.
Oh, okay.
My parents would tell me stories. If we didn't go to bed on time, Santa wouldn't come. Krampus would, and he would take you away for not behaving. So I'm curious if these ones that maybe went missing or have, shall we say, slept, been German?
I don't know. You can go to the morgue and do a library use
Okay.
if you want.
Do I not have libraries? There
Really?
it is. I'm like, how can I not have library use?
Oh,
There we
that's
go.
okay.
Success.
You find that picture. It's not hard to find. It's a it's related to the Thoreau Society. So they donated a sizable amount of money, apparently, on behalf of the Thoreau Society. It's that same picture. Um,
Yes.
the Lantham, Griggs, Talbot, Dr. Clark at the hospitality event. The photo is also Winston Spays, as you read the article, owner of a local antique shop, and George Hagelin, who's an attorney who was in practice with Robert Lantham. Okay. Aubrey
Mhm.
doesn't really know much about the Thoreau Society. I think it's some sort of paternal secret order, like a lodge, selective membership.
Do you know where they might
Why?
happen to
Why you
meet?
think it's connected?
Well, I just think it's curious that four people in that picture, two are slept and two may or may not be. I don't know where they are.
Yeah. Well, she says,
And
well, the photograph, she goes, well, here's this. So she shows, I got this picture from my friend at the real morgue. And the photograph shows the wounds of one of the murder victims, over a dozen large gaping bite marks found all over the body. According to the examiner, the bite marks are large, but otherwise appear inflicted by a human. So they don't look like an animal, but they have like that square human teeth. I guess it could be a
mhm.
goat or something, but um
Hmm. Andy wants to look at the picture and see if he can determine if those wounds look like they might have been post-mortem.
No, they were uh that you can't tell. I guess you could roll medicine, but you don't have to. They're not postmortem. It looks like that's how they were killed. They're full of they're covered in blood, right?
Okay.
Um, so because
And
I already gave it away. Sorry, my bad.
no,
Yeah.
that's
So actually, while you're there, you also notice a collection of the five posters in the wall, so asking for information concerning the missing people. They're the
mhm.
same as in the post office, but you also notice that they're focused on the four most recent, but nothing on Edmund Lewis.
I'm assuming since these posters don't have Edmund Lewis in it, and that's who you reported missing to the officer, that's why you've been pushing the officer to look for him?
Oh, well, no, his daughter is concerned. She comes by here. Well, she says, look, the newspaper's owner, Carlton Banks, refused to really consider Lewis a missing person. He fought in the Great War, suffered physical and mental conditions. The only job people give him has been to play Santa Claus at the local department store each holiday season. And really, even the police have done the minimum necessary. You can, well, you already made your library use, so she helps you find. Oh, okay.
If you young lady,
Give me a psychology roll.
another psychology rule.
Yeah. Awesome.
Goodness gracious.
All right. So you find another photo. Well, you find another photo in in the from the charity event article,
Hmm.
and the photo is the very same. It's taken the same evening as a photo of the Thoreau Society people together, and then
Hmm.
you see a man in a Santa suit, um, who Winnie she describes tells you that's Lewis there, and you could totally tell that Lantham and Hagland, they kind of look at him, they fake their smiles, and their body language reveals a distaste towards Lewis. Also, as you dig deeper um, into the Thoreau Society, okay, do you guys have accounting? I'll give you a bonus dice since you got extreme success on the psychology. Or Winnie's helping
Um,
you. She's very interested. She goes, oh, maybe we can solve the case.
I have a 25 in accounting, and Bernie
Does not.
does not have it.
Well, she has like the base, whatever the base is.
Yeah. But I have a 25. I can roll it.
Yeah, you can roll. You get a bonus dice.
Okay. Bonus. Submit. One bonus dice. Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah, I know.
Check it.
You're killing it. That means I guess if we play something later today.
I'm not getting off the computer.
All right. So you dig deeper into the Thoreau Society with Winifred's help,
Mhm.
and you see that everyone in the society, other than Spades, has enjoyed financial success this past year, while the antique shop has struggled to stay in the black.
Hmm.
You find a picture. Do I have a picture of Spades? Yeah, I'll show you.
Hmm.
Let me
Interesting.
edit this stuff.
I mean, Andy would look over at Bernie and kind of point that out too,
Mhm.
because I'm assuming that she's looking over his shoulder.
Yeah, there's
He looks
Spades.
about as frazzled as Chief Erickson there.
Yeah, that's Spades there. Okay. All right. Eventually, actually, if you've been there quite a bit, it's probably mid-afternoon. Been there at the and that I guess Erickson has tracked you down.
Hmm. Might be a good time for all of us to go get something to eat.
Yeah, He says, I went to Haglund's
Hmm.
and I mean, he was pale, sweaty, agitated, but he wouldn't talk to me or say anything. I mean, he seemed very nervous,
And
he kind of repeated that someone killed Robert, so they're probably going to come after me.
do you have a safe house you can move him to?
He didn't, I didn't suggest, but his wife is taking care of him, and I didn't want to deal with her. But
All
I mean,
right.
maybe, I don't know, we can go visit him again.
Well, what about the other?
The other.
You were doing wellness visits on two people.
Oh, I haven't gone to see Spays yet. Um, oh wait, did he? Let me see. Yeah, I didn't go. I didn't come see Spays yet because I was gonna come by and get you guys. I mean, it's kind of on the way
Sounds
because
good.
I mean, Haglund's is outside of town, like Lantham's place was. Um,
Yeah,
so
but is Spays on the way to Haglin? If I could stop and talk to, his wife, and maybe they would feel a little better if they were not staying at home right now.
what do you mean?
I mean, putting them in a safe place.
Oh, maybe. Okay. I just wanted to change scenes there a little bit, but I should have. What I should have done
Mhm.
is grab Erickson from the other page
That's okay.
because I have the stats on him, and it's not a proper token here.
That's okay. I'm pretty certain that if Holmes was back in Chicago, he would call his friend, who's the officer, and ask for witnesses or potential victims to be in safe houses, and they would move them immediately. So he's a little dismayed, but it's a small town, so maybe they don't have the ability.
Right, right. So, okay. Oh, cool. That looks pretty good.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I guess we could go to space together, or Erickson says, do you want me to go visit, look around, make sure he's okay? And you go, but go talk to Haglin. Maybe I missed something.
I'll go to Hagla and you go to Spades. I think Spades might be okay, but we'll see. I'll let you take a look at him, and I'll go see the one you've already met with. Because you said he's awful nervous, right?
Yeah. Yes, he did seem nervous. Okay.
So I think I'll go there, and then I maybe after we're done, if you leave directions for me, maybe we can go meet up there afterwards. Depends. I mean, I'd really like to see maybe they can go stay in our room at the hotel.
All right. Okay. Yeah, maybe. All right. So he's going there and you're going there. Okay. Got it. Does that happen? Okay. Hold on a second.
Honey,
Excuse me.
bless you.
Excuse me, everyone.
Seems to me like it's Christmas Eve, and the sooner
Uh,
we can finish, the sooner you get home to your family there, Officer Erickson.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Right. So you get to Hageland, uh, Hageland's house. It's an impressive two-story house on the edge of town. The house actually occupies a hill overlooking other homes in the neighborhood, and a dozen pine trees surround the home.
Mhm.
When you
Oh,
try to speak to him, his wife says, "Look, he only sees clients by appointment, and certainly not on Christmas Eve or Christmas. Mr. Hagelin is indisposed."
it's actually you, ma'am, that I'd like to speak with, if I may. if I can come in and maybe speak with you face to face.
What
I
is
will
this
not
about?
injure you. This
What is
is
this
this is
about? We just already had a very disturbing visit from Officer Erickson.
That's
My
exactly what I
husband,
wanted to see about.
oh,
You and your husband. Do you feel safe here? Because if you don't feel safe here, I was thinking maybe I have a nice room. It's a very, very nice room at the hotel. You can stay there, and Bernadette and I will make sure that we stay outside of the room with you. That way, you know you are safe and no harm will come to you.
well, she says, if you are, she says, well, my husband is badly shaken by the recent tragedies, and if you say that Officer Erickson has sent you and this woman to watch him, who are you? Are you military man or what?
I'm Andy Holmes. I'm a private investigator out of Chicago. I was brought down here by a client to look for something, and I've noticed that there's quite a lot of tomfoolery that's been going on around here, and I'd very much like to get to the bottom of it here. And this here is my girlfriend, Bernadette. She's also someone that helps me out with my cases, and she documents things for us. And I just feel as though if it was me and most of my friends were, shall we say, being slept, I'd really much better feel better, especially on Christmas Eve, spending Christmas Eve somewhere where I knew I was protected.
All right.
So I just wanted to offer that to you. It's of no charge to you whatsoever, ma'am. I mean,
She
Bernadette
likes
and
that
I,
no charge.
I'm sorry.
She likes that no charge thing.
I want to make sure that you are safe. I mean, I've seen a lot of things in my career, and certainly between the two of us, we are very able to protect you. Yeah, that is if you wish.
She says, well, I am very concerned about my husband. He is quite badly shaken by the recent tragedies that have befallen his friends, and he has not been himself. Yes, yes. I will show you to him, and he can make the final decision. But I don't know. Something is wrong.
Why don't we do this? You can show them to me while I'm talking to your husband. Maybe Bernadette can help you and you can pack a few things for, just a few days for yourself and your husband, because why would he
And our
say no?
and my son and daughter.
Of course, everybody should come.
All right. All right. Well, you go meet Hageland as Bernadette goes to do that. He's
Mhm.
definitely very nervous. Um, yeah. So, what do you ask him?
Well, Andy would stick his hand out and he'd say, Private Investigator Holmes. Pleasure to meet you, sir. May I sit down and speak with you momentarily?
So he says, "Sure, yes. What? My wife said that you're here to protect us. Yes, protect us.
I would
You
like to take
definitely,
you.
you definitely see like the Thoreau Society stuff around
Yes. I would
in this
like to take
office.
you and your family and have you stay at the hotel room that I've rented, at least for the next couple of nights. And, you know, my girlfriend, she's also trained in weaponry and she helps me on my cases. We'd like to offer our protection to you.
Are you a
See,
military man?
you and your wife are very fixated on military.
Well, I mean, truth be told, the only reason someone would be like a quote unquote mercenary is if they're ex-military. Oh, right.
I don't speak much of my past, sir. Just know that I am trained and that I have been of service to the Chicago Police Department several times. And standard issue for us is that we move people that might have been witnesses or may become potential victims to safe houses for their safety. And I want to offer this to you. Not that I feel like you're a victim. I think you probably very much are capable of protecting your family, but I would love it if you would allow Bernie and I to make this Christmas present to you to keep your family safe overnight.
He's fine with that. Do you ask him anything else? like about the Thoreau Society, about space.
I did ask Officer Erickson to head to Spay's home and see how he is doing. I don't I don't get the feeling that y'all speak too much, do you?
No, I don't interact with him at all. I don't know him
Yeah,
too well.
so
That's a lie.
I mean, I know you guys are all in that society together, and there was four of you in a picture. Now there's only two left. It's, a little like, that nursery rhyme, the 10 little Indians, and then there was one, and I'd prefer there not just be one. I'd prefer there still be the two of you.
Ooh. Attempt for me a psychology role, but a hard psychology role. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
You're pretty good at psychology.
More or
Too bad you
less.
can't. Too bad you can't use that other one.
Hard psychology,
But you
normal,
did
right?
ask. Yeah, you did ask the right. Yeah, well, hard psychology. Ooh.
I did.
Oh, you're only 10 points away.
I would like to use 10 of my luck
Okay.
to make that at least a success. Maybe not a hard success,
All
but
right. When you push for about the Thoreau Society and like what they've been up to and the 10 little Indian thing, he begins to break down into a crying confession with this hard psychology roll and a little luck. You don't, well, you already checked psychology. You don't get a check for that one, of course. He describes how we used a strange book to summon an alien creature during our last meeting. The creature took over the body of Edmund Lewis, whom a couple of Spay's goons had kidnapped off the street. I lied when I said I didn't know him. Spay's, that is. I refused to speak the name of this creature for fear of calling it to us.
I think it begins
At
with a
first,
K, does it not?
no, it is not with a K, because at first this creature possessed Lewis's body, shared us secrets, secrets to the Thoreau Society. He promised wealth, power, and longevity to all of us. His eyes get kind of crazy. For
Hmm.
reasons unknown, the deal changed, and now this thing has stalked and killed all of us one at a time. I think the creature's going to come for me, after which it will murder Spades. But he seems all too calm about this.
It
If you ask,
possibly is.
if you ask to describe the creature,
Well, he wants to ask him before he describes the creature. Do you feel as though perhaps maybe when you kidnapped Lewis and this took possession of his body, that perhaps maybe that was the way the book of Revelation goes when you do things not the way you're supposed to and you steal stuff?
Revelations, you know about it. It's the book. Spades said it was called The Revelations of the Glocky.
And do you know where the book is now?
He says, no, I do not know. Oh, wait, I guess he does know. Because yes, the book, that is a strange book.
Yes, and does
That
Space have it?
I guess it is there in his basement.
Okay, so it's with Space in his basement.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I think what we could do is, seeing as you're not safe here, do you have a back way out of your house? And I can maybe meet you in the alley in my vehicle and we
Well,
can all
their house is out of town on a hill.
okay. Well, let's just get in my vehicle and we'll take the long way back to the hotel. That way if anyone's following us, they won't know exactly where we're going.
But my family,
And I already have your wife packing them up in bags for you, so that way you're ready to leave immediately because I knew you would always do what's best for your family. I mean, you're a stand-up nice guy, and I'm assuming that you would not mind staying in room 247.
because what hotel are you staying at?
I'll take you to the hotel. You don't need to worry about that.
Okay, give me a attempt to persuade, please. He's, a little snooty. Yes, I guess you are probably correct.
I mean, you might think it's beneath you, sir, but If someone's looking to take you out, they would definitely not go there first, now would they?
Okay. All right. So yeah. So then they get him in the car in the back, you and Bernie in the front. They
Mhm.
pack things up. They're kind of telling the kids that, oh, we're on an adventure, a special Christmas adventure. That's what the mom does. And Hagelin
Mhm.
still is really agitated, keeps looking over his shoulder, looking into the woods. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So I think Andy would drop them off at the hotel, get them settled into the room, move Bernie
Okay.
and his bags out. I'm sure that we could ask the front desk if he could give us another room to stay in.
All right. Well, let's see.
Obviously, would pay for both of them.
All right. So give me a spot hidden as you're on your way back. Oh,
Hard success.
oh, perfect. All right. Oh, I should have. I guess there's like his kids and all too, but um, oh, that's it. Wrong guy. Wrong guy. I do have a picture of Hagelin.
Mhm.
So you guys are
We're
here.
not we're not at him yet.
No, you guys are driving back. Oh no, Hagelin is the guy that you just picked up.
Right.
Yep. So you guys are driving with him. Uh, Mr. Holmes, as you're driving, you see kind of as you leave the neighborhood and heading back to town, you see a car kind of turn its lights on and start following you um, from, the side of the road. And
Well, Andy,
with a hard success,
well, if Andy looks in the back mirror, does he look like anyone that was in those pictures?
no, but I'll move you guys like on the road. Dun, dun, dun. But you do see three people in the car that are driving in behind you. Um, and they speed up.
Hmm. Are we
So
on a one way street or are
well, it's
there
like a
places?
two lane road, um, outside the town a little bit. The way I imagine it, it's like forested trees on either side. So you can attempt to avoid them with a drive auto roll, or turn around and confront them and do whatever you want. It's kind of like a chase, but they speed. You definitely, with that hard success, you notice that they speed up, like they're going to try to run you off the road or do something or catch up to you.
So if they're speeding up, can I change lanes and put it in reverse and go behind them?
Yeah, that would be a drive auto. Yes, you could attempt to do that.
I only have a one in that.
Do you really?
One. Oh no, I have a 40 in drive auto.
Okay.
I will attempt.
All right.
I
Oh,
fumbled.
oh no.
I think I blew my tire out.
I
Although it's
think
it's not critical, it's just a fumble.
no, a fumble is a bad thing. Uh, you, I think
Well,
the consequences, the
how many
consequences,
how many pints of luck would I have to spend for it not to be a fumble?
um, it will be. Yeah, I will look and let you know because we had that pulp luck
Well,
cheat sheet.
he has a talent.
Oh, really? What's the talent? Let's look at the talents first.
Well, I have resourceful, so I can always I when I spend 10 luck points, I can find a certain piece of equipment in a current location. That doesn't necessarily apply, but then
Yeah,
I can soak damage, so I can spend 10 luck points to shrug off 5 hit points worth of damage.
yeah. So you can adjust a fumble or malfunction outcome. Wait, I don't think you cannot be. Oh, you didn't roll a natural 100, but I
No,
guess
it's a 97.
right. So you can avoid a fumble or malfunction outcome with 10 luck.
Okay, then that's what he will do. He will spend the 10 and get it down to an 87, which is just not a success.
Right. So I will roll. So you try to do that. Let me see what they do. Bernie looks looks at you, looks at the rearview mirror. She sees what's going on. She kind of looks at you to and reaches into her holster. Is that what we're doing?
Yes, but I mean, he would say, "Darling, you can try and shoot them as they go, but you might have to take the wheel because she has a drive 42,
Hmm.
and maybe I can, do a little damage myself too. It's whatever you want to do, darling."
What is the base? I wonder what's the base drive auto?
I don't know, but they both have 40.
Maybe you put points into it. I think. I guess right. I don't know.
She has a drive 42. And she has handgun is 40.
Hmm.
She's got a 55 for psychology,
Oh wow.
60 for library use.
Yeah, it looks
She's
like
got a
okay.
lot.
I found it. I found what I was looking for. Okay, like
Okay.
the base auto is 20. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna roll for them as you try to do
Okay.
that maneuver and you don't. You almost like you see the Mrs. Hagelin yeah cries out. Hagelin goes, "They're coming for us! They're coming for us!" And the
Oh
kids
no, no, this
the
is just
kids
part of the fun.
the kids are freaked
Just
out. Oh wow, um they don't fumble, but they fail pretty badly. So it's like you try to slow down. They would try to catch up, but they're surprised, I guess, by what happens, and it maintains the status quo. So I guess we roll again. You want to switch with Bernie, and you're going to do something else?
right. Have
Oh,
her drive and then he'll get ready to shoot if needed.
okay. All right. So you can have her do a drive auto then, and then I
Okay.
will roll for them.
She failed, but
I don't.
can she use,
Does she have luck?
she has luck. She would need to spend what, 9 points?
11 points of luck. She has 50 luck.
I mean, it would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right, she will.
Okay. I'll roll for
I don't
them.
I don't know that I can, it won't let me. I have to get in edit
Yeah.
mode,
Yeah.
I
They've been
think.
edit mode. Yeah. All right. All right. So if you spend that luck, she speeds away.
Yes.
These guys try to come after you. See if they're going to try to do something dramatic. Um, they will try to do something dramatic. You have your gun out already, right? What's your dex?
Yes.
What's your dex? You guys
Does the
won the
dex
that.
change because I have the gun out and
Yes,
ready?
yes.
Okay, my dex is 55.
All right. So 55 plus 50, you're 105. They have to actually draw first. So you can go. And since you won, I'll say they're reacting to you since you technically, like I rolled a 41, which is a fail for them. And you succeeded, or Bernie succeeded in the auto. So you guys can, and you had your gun drawn already. So you can do something and then they'll try to shoot back, potentially. So
Well, he wants,
there's a guy in the back, there's like the driver. Right, this is the driver, the guy, and his guy, and other two guys. So I don't know who you want to. What do you want to do?
well, I mean, he can shoot 3 times. First time's normal, and the second one's at disadvantage, and the third one disadvantage.
Yeah,
Even though I have that thing,
right. And
or
then
is
you
it?
guys are both moving, so it's going to be two penalty dice anyway.
Mhm.
So it's going to be a penalty. So if you shoot once, it's going to be a penalty dice anyway because you're both moving. But they get a penalty dice also. So
Okay. So this will be the first out of 3.
okay,
Number of dice rolled, 1 so far. Jeez.
yeah,
He'll try his second one.
okay. The kids are like,
Penalty. Or I don't need, should I hit the penalty? Because it didn't roll it as a penalty.
uh, yeah, just roll it normal, and then we'll have to roll the penalty dice.
Okay, so that's regular. Here's
Yeah,
penalty. 8.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so
it's
it's still
yeah.
still that. Okay, and second one is a
Oh,
hard success.
yeah, but you got to roll. That's still a success.
Six,
That's still a success.
still a success. So,
Okay, hold on. That is you shoot the driver, I guess.
so
It's not
does
a hard.
that takes the place of the nine?
No, it takes the place of the two, but it's 60. Oh, it's still a miss. Well, you can use luck, 4 points of luck to succeed.
And he will.
Okay. So you shoot the guy, he's like swerves. As the first shot misses, the guy swerves and swerves into the second shot. The glass shatters.
Ten
I
points
need
of damage.
10 points of damage. I gotta see if he's what happens to him. He needs a con roll. He's and I need to roll his drive as well. He makes his drive and his con roll, so he's still up, but he's taken a lot of damage.
10 points of damage.
Yeah, I think I can do. I can't do 10, can I? No, I'll put 0 there. Okay, that means 10. All right, so he's taking a lot of damage. He got one more shot.
Okay,
Yeah.
and one more.
Mhm.
And I think on this one,
It's also a penalty, but
I have it as a penalty, but I think
okay.
on this one, he's thinking if he gets the driver out, then they can just be, oh
Yeah,
man,
it's a miss.
we're just gonna drive away.
All right. Well, they're gonna shoot back. Okay. They got penalty dice too.
And Bernie needs to make her drive.
No, not no. She made her drive already.
Okay.
That is a miss. And the second guy, the other guy, so like the guy in the front seat takes a shot and misses. The other guy in the back seat takes a shot, and that is a miss. So you guys can drive off when you injure that guy, or if you want to, you know. And of course,
Well,
Haglin's like almost like crying, and the woman's screaming. The kids are like, um, the kids are crying. So, all right,
Bernie's going to press the gas and get out of there.
okay. So give me another.
Even though Andy would tell her no, it's what she's gonna do.
Okay, all right.
And she would be driving um as fast as possible, but we would go a different way to the hotel so that
Yeah.
even if they followed us, they couldn't see our tracks going
Okay.
there.
Well, I failed. So if you succeed, I'm going to say you get away.
All right, so I need to roll her driving.
Yeah. Yes.
Yay!
And that one you can actually check on her. 'Cause that's a,
I can't check.
oh, you can't.
Not on her. I don't think so. Yeah,
Um,
there's no way for me to check it.
on her drive. Yeah, unfortunate. What does this do? Okay.
I don't know that this is checking.
No, that toggles it off. It's off
Oh,
but we'll remember it, but toggle it back, I
okay.
guess.
I toggled it back, I thought. All right.
Yeah, but I think I toggled it off. It's okay. We just need a note that,
It's on and off and on and off. That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Bernie once we get somewhere where we can park the car away from the hotel,
Yeah. Okay.
she wants she wants Andy to cover cover her,
Hmm.
and she's gonna try and sneak them in the back way into the hotel, so not through the front door.
Okay. All right.
And then he'll come up the rear. He's protected.
All right.
And
Okay.
he'll tell Haglin, "Sir, I need you and your family to pull it together here, because
They're gonna tell
um
you. They're gonna do what you tell them. There's people
yeah,
trying to kill them or kill you guys. Who knows? All right. I gotta roll something for them to see.
and he wants
Oh,
to tell
jeez.
the kids, this is just the fun that you get. when, you're having a special Christmas.
All right. Well, Bernie's
Thank
gonna
you
get him in. Give me a spot hidden
for
with a
Bernie.
no for you.
Spot hidden with a bonus.
Yeah, you could probably put three bullets back in your because in your cylinder. As you're waiting.
Spot hidden with bonus. Sorry, I had to click back over here. Spot hidden with the bonus. One. Okay. Hard success.
All right.
Should
You
I
see?
roll? Should I roll the bonus to see if it's an
No,
extreme?
no, you don't need to.
Okay.
Um, yeah, you see that car. You could tell it's the same car because of the bullet holes in it, the shattered
Mm-hmm.
window. They're coming down the street.
All right.
You probably went in the back and then Bernie's getting him inside, but you kind of moved to the front to the main street and you
Yeah.
can see them coming down the street.
Can he take aim at the car itself, at the tires, or at the driver?
Yeah, you could take aim. That gives you a bonus dice. You're not moving. So you get a bonus dice for
Or would it, well, taking aim means I don't get to shoot, right?
yeah, but I mean, you got a hard success, so you definitely see them way before they see you, and you got your gun
Okay.
out, and you're gonna beat them on the decks anyway, even if they have guns out.
Yes. Then I want to do the 3.
Okay, so the first one is at a bonus dice, the second one is normal, the third one is at a penalty.
Okay, so I am trying if my mouse will behave here. Okay, first one at a bonus.
Mhm.
Submit. 1. Here we go. Success.
All right.
Damage
Uh,
is 11
are you
points.
shooting at the driver or?
The driver.
All right.
And then
Okay.
I'm assuming it's the same driver, so now he's taken 21 points.
Yeah, he is unalived. The car crashes.
Can he take his second shot at the gas tank?
Not really. I mean, you can shoot the car, you can shoot someone else in the car, or just aim again because they're not going to be able to shoot. Or if they shoot wildly. There's no way.
Okay, I'm gonna do my second shot then. You said that's just normal
Right.
at the closest one to me, which is
Yeah.
probably the
Mhm.
passenger, I think.
Right.
Whoever it hits. Success for
Okay.
5.
All right. I'll roll randomly. Okay. You hit the guy in the back for 5.
And then my third shot, same guy, I think,
Yeah.
or
Yeah. This is at a penalty, but
because I think the other one would probably be too far away.
they're the same. It doesn't matter. They're all in the car.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
I'm not
That's 12 points.
the same guy or a different guy.
Um, let's go. Let's go for the other guy.
Okay. All right. So he is going to be he might be dead actually when the car crashes. All right.
Unalived.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
unalived. Yeah, this is the car like crashes. Of course, there's a I don't do they have horns back then?
Horns, yes.
Yeah,
They're just
it runs into like one of those like light posts that if a horn goes off, crashes. This guy here. Um,
Andy would like to run over to the car and see if he can't grab him. Grab this guy.
this guy. Well, okay, he took a lot of damage from the car crash. Like gets thrown out of the car. Out the back. Um, you could try to drag him and do a first aid to see if you keep him from becoming unalived.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Okay.
That
Oh,
he's not
nope.
he's not unalive.
Yeah, you pull him and you're like, oh, glass.
Sorry about that arm.
Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, the there's probably like it's like early evening, right? So there's like no one on the street at this point. But the odd thing is you don't even, it's really quiet, like way too quiet. You're like, what's going on? Where's Officer Erickson?
Well, Andy's gonna put three more bullets into the gun and go back into the hotel.
Okay.
And he'll
Uh,
nod at the front desk guy and say, "Told you we'll take care of you."
all right. So like the Haglins are you know the the kids think it's like a little bit of an adventure. Maybe the boys like, oh, it's like a cop show. Um, the rest are like Haglin's like a mess. He's just collapsed on the floor. The woman is like, I think there are bugs in here. She's trying to tidy up as best as she can, like almost like nervously, like nervously repetitive, like
Mhm.
type of thing. The little girl's crying. She's my daddy, he's dead, my daddy.
Daddy's not dead.
I,
Andy wants to
so
to come in.
Bernie does have her gun out and looking out the window.
Yeah, she's trained to do that. Yeah.
All right. So where to now?
Well, Andy wants to call the police department and see if Officer Erickson is back yet. Because in his opinion, he didn't necessarily need Erickson's help with this. Because between
But
him and Bernie, they've got it, you know?
okay, I gotta see something here. Maybe I should roll these hidden.
Roll the what?
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
All right, so what's up?
Yeah, so what's up?
I think it is toy.
All right, so the just you try to contact Officer Erickson. The dispatcher says, "We have not heard from Officer Erickson. We thought, I guess you tell him who you are, and they say, we thought he was with you. Where was his last known whereabouts?"
He was heading out of town to see Spays. En route now, if you could send back up, much appreciated.
They say
Gotta go.
out of town. William Spays. They're confused.
Yes, and I mean, if you could send back up, I'd appreciate it.
They're Where are we going?
To Spays,
His
his
his sh
residence. I have it on good authority that Officer Erickson might be being held against his will there, and I need assistance. I do not have time to discuss this, ma'am, as we are now en route to go retrieve the officer. If you could send back up post haste, I'd appreciate it.
All right. Okay. I guess the question is, are you gonna have Bernie go with you, or is she gonna stay with the family?
Um, Should probably stay with the family.
Okay.
He'll kiss her on the forehead and say, "Be safe, please. If anything happens, make sure you protect these guys too and yourself. I can't lose the best thing that's ever happened to me."
All right. All right. She gives you a kiss too. Um, Haglin's, I guess the Mrs. Haglin has put Haglin on the bed by now. Uh,
Mhm.
the girl's still crying. Uh, the boy's like, I I asked for a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas. I can use a gun. And the mom says, of course, he'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Bernie will turn around and say, I've known many kids that have shot their eyes out with BB guns like that, son. You know, maybe just a few more years when they perfect BB guns into something safer.
All right. So Andy, you gonna walk rapidly, or are you gonna take the car or what towards the church and the relic shop?
He'll take the
The
car.
relic retrospective. Okay. All right. The shop
And
occupies a large.
actually, here's my question.
Yeah.
The car that crashed, is it still drivable?
No.
Not at all. Okay. Then he'll take his own car.
Okay. So you see, the relic retrospective occupies a large brick building across the street from St. Mark's Church. The front window features a display of rustic furniture and items from the late 19th century. Outside, you do see the police car.
Huh.
The lights are still like flashing. Of
If
course,
he
it's
looks in the
quiet.
car, does he see the officer's rifle?
Oh, that's a good question. That is a good. I guess that calls for a luck roll.
Uh-oh, he spent a lot of his luck,
I know.
but we'll try nonetheless. Nope.
Nope. No, there's no. Maybe he doesn't. You didn't. Maybe he doesn't have one. You didn't see a shotgun or a Tommy gun or anything before in the car,
Okay.
so maybe he doesn't have one. Just his revolver.
Maybe it's in the trunk.
I
Can
mean,
I use a spot hidden and see if it's in the trunk?
you'd have to open the lock of the trunk. Do you have?
I have blacksmithing.
You do have locksmithing. Okay.
It doesn't mean I'll be hard
Oh,
success.
all
Hard success. I really want a rifle.
right. I wonder what we would have. That's a good question. Yeah, I wonder. Let me see. It's a good question. What kind of weapon would he have? I guess roll a d6. 1 to 2 shotgun. It's a
Six.
Tommy gun, Amy.
I am so taking it with, and I will make sure if there's any extra reloads that those are with me too.
Yeah.
And then I have to add this to my combat tab, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if the compendium works. I don't know if there's a items.
Mhm. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that.
Uh,
I don't know how to add it. Oh, put it in edit mode, maybe? Edit
yeah,
mode
and
plus
Thompson.
Tommy.
Yeah, I think that's it. I was able to drop it, Amy. Well, you dropped it too.
Hey, there you go. It's on there twice
Yeah, I
because
know.
I put it on there. I didn't mean to. Hang on.
Okay, sorry. You do it.
Uh,
I put it in. I put it on there too. Okay.
I don't know how to take it off now.
Let's
Well, maybe
log.
if I'll take it out of edit
Yeah, I got it. I
mode.
got it. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And
Now
then
I'm understanding I do not get to shoot 3 times. It's a machine gun. I just pull the trigger, right?
yeah, it says one or full, so it's gonna do full auto. So I think I will pause here and I will look up the full auto rules just in case you have to use it. All right, so you check your Tommy gun and you go into the shop.
Hmm.
So there is, um,
Can I sneak?
you want to stealth into the shop? Yes, you can attempt to stealth into the shop.
We'll see. I might make a lot of noise, but we'll see. I have a stealth. Let's see, normal. I was successful.
All right. So you go inside, you kind of sneak inside. The store smells of mildew and dust. It is unlocked, oddly. Other than the light coming through the window, the only other illumination comes from a dim and inadequate electric lamp. There's antique furniture and other objects clutter the store. There is a middle-aged man standing behind the counter, paging through a book. He looks at you. Well, he doesn't look at you. He's kind of paging through a book, and you sneak in.
Hmm. I want to sneak past
It's not.
him.
It's not Spays.
Can I get behind him into the back of the shop now? What I'm looking for is like a back room or somewhere where they might have taken the officer.
Mhm. No, you don't notice. There's like a back. Let's see. Yes. There is like it looks like there is a room to like like storage room, so you could sneak back there.
Yeah, that's where he would go.
Okay. So you go back there. It's like a storage facility. You see a back door that maybe goes into the alley.
Hmm.
And that guy looks up like something's wrong, but then he goes back to his book. So you can go outside the door when you
Yeah, I'll go outside the door. What I'm looking to see is there a room upstairs somewhere that they could be holding the officer?
there's a parked moving truck and a set of slanted cellar doors.
All right.
Oh wait, hold on. All right, no, never mind. I'd say in the back room, you do find a trap door.
Okay. I want to see if I can lift it up very slowly. Do I have to make another stealth?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on, I gotta go back here. I was getting ready for something to attack me there. All right, stealth. Success.
All right. So the trap door opens very quietly. There's a set of stairs going down to like a basement. There's light coming from out of the basement.
I'll head down that way. If I peek out the door to the back, do I see anything?
There is a like a parked moving truck, and then the cellar doors.
All right, I'll make a mental note of that and I'll stealth down a little bit and see what I can see downstairs. I have the Tommy gun ready to go.
All right. Okay, I'll put you here. I've got to populate this with tokens. I hate it when that happens. It groups ones that I don't want grouped. Okay.
Here's all the other people that were missing. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, you see, okay. So I guess let me see what you see on the screen here. So you're kind of coming down that like the door here very quietly. You see Officer Erickson looking kind of dumbfounded, and then this guy Spays is there um with uh with Nathan. Nathan's tied up. Oh, I guess I can describe it. I'll describe it because it's actually described. Okay. Might as well do that, right?
Mhm.
Okay. There's all sort of dusty furniture, unwanted antiques, of course, like an extension of the storage. At one end, though, as a clear junk is a marble altar draped with a red cloth, several candles and copper bowls atop it. I did not put that in here, but you can imagine.
Hmm.
In addition, there's photographs of several people lie on top of the altar. Most of them show a red X across them, and some do not. Each photo depicts a picture of the Thoreau Society. George Haglund's picture lacks the bread mark. There's also a crossed out photo of the missing Sheriff Hooper and one for the priest, Father Harmon. The red X looks like it's made from blood, not ink or paint. There's a large lockbox next to the altar. Um, I guess there's another person here as well. There's another guy there who, yeah, gagged and tied to a wooden chair is a bloody and semi-conscious Nathaniel Piedmont, who's here. Um, Spays is down there, and you can hear him talking. He says, "See, look, Mr. Piedmont." Dr. Piedmont or whatever you call yourself. I can control people's minds. Look at this officer standing dumbfounded, and it looks like the officer's kind of waving, like almost as if he's under some sort of spell or control. All right.
Okay. Can I take aim at William Bays?
You can take aim at that guy.
And I would like to shoot the Tommy gun at him.
Like just one shot.
Well, I mean, should I do? No, I should do my revolver at him. Take aim and do the revolver at him because I don't have to worry about it missing him and going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to take aim. So obviously, if I'm aiming, I can't shoot the first time, right?
No, you get the. Well, I mean, you made your stealth. He's kind of monologuing here.
Okay,
Let me see if there's
so
any other fun monologue he would say. Um,
so it'd be
oh
bonus
yeah, I
regular.
guess he's like, what did you do with that banishment spell? What did you do with that banishment spell, Piedmont? You are ruining my all my plans. I will soon dominate, he says, Igolanak, as I'm feeding his hunger. Soon Hagelin will die tonight, and then I will become the priest of Igolanak. Um, all right.
So my first shot would be the bonus.
Yes.
Okay,
Obviously
here's hoping,
you won't be
huh?
stealth. Obviously you won't be stealth after you take the shot. Yep.
No, but here goes nothing. No, it'd be way too many for me to use luck, I think.
Yeah. Your second shot is gonna be normal. I mean, you're thinking right, because
I'll take
you're close enough, I think.
I'll take my
Or I
second.
mean you take the shot. Well,
No, that's exactly how I feel, dog. But I'll take my third shot and then
you fumble. I mean it jams.
I'm throwing it down then and grabbing the Thompson. Well, I won't,
Okay. Okay. Well now we
I
go
can
in.
pick it up.
Yeah, well
Huh?
now we go into yeah. You get I let you throw it down and grab the Tommy gun or
Yeah.
and we go into initiative. I think you're gonna win initiative anyway.
So
Well,
my dex is 55, so I think it'd be 150.
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well yeah, you all right. Wait. Yeah. You're gonna go first. So the first shot rings out. Um Nathan looks up. He kind of smiles. Spades looks at you. Just Keegan, get him. But it's your turn.
Okay. Um, Thompson. All right, Adam. I'm still shooting at the same one though.
Spades. Okay.
And I'm assuming it's not a bonus because I'm not
No,
in
it is a
point
bonus
blank.
because with the Thompson gun, you're going to be within 15 yards down in this basement. Not a problem.
Okay. So fingers crossed. Now for the number of dice, is that the number of bullets I'm shooting?
Um, no, so you're gonna. Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. What is it? Let me see what. Let me look at what you're saying.
Number of dice.
No, I don't think so. I think that's
Okay.
for just bonus, and we'll just do one at a time anyway. That's fine. If
Okay.
you're firing a burst up to of 3 shots
Okay.
for the first one.
Ah,
God,
jeez.
are you kidding me?
Told you I wasted that shot earlier when we were
You
trying
can
that out.
spend 10 luck to avoid that. If you wish.
I will. But I also have that thing. And so if they shoot back at me, I
Right.
have like no luck by the time this
I
is over,
know.
that's for sure.
Yep. All right.
Do you need me to read that again? My talent. It's if he shoots me, since I've spent 10 luck,
Yeah.
now if they shoot me and are successful, I only take
Well,
5.
that'd be another expenditure, but we'll see. All right. So, all right. So I don't know. You're not used to this. The Tommy gun, it gets kind of stuck. you kind of rack it very quickly as these bullets kind of go flying around. So go ahead and fire again. You have a bonus dice, Amy. Oh, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Time
Oh,
out, time out, time out.
oh, my bonus.
You didn't get your bonus.
So, yeah, so let me put my 10 back.
Yeah.
All
Yeah. So
right.
roll your bonus dice there on that. So 78 is
78.
still a miss, but
But it was not a fumble.
not a
I
fumble.
didn't have to
All right. The second shot is normal.
normal. Come on, don't let me down. Hey, successful for 11 points of
All
damage.
right. Well, that's the first. Oh, well, shoot. That's the thing,
What?
right? Remember, if you're firing, are you firing full auto or just going pop, pop, pop? What are you doing?
Um, Probably pop, pop, pop.
Okay, so one.
Because I'm trying hard not to hit Piedmont.
All right, so you hit space. So you hit spades with that first shot, or with that second
Okay.
shot, and your third shot is going to be at a penalty dice.
So that was 11 points of damage.
Yep, to spades, which I don't know if it drops him, but oh, he I'm sorry, Mr. Spays, you drop.
So don't shoot the last one.
It's up to you if you want to shoot this Keegan guy.
I'll shoot at the Keegan guy. Hard success, but I have to do the penalty die,
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
which is a 0. So it's an
it's still a hard success. It's here a zero would have been a
yeah,
oh well that's what would have been it doesn't oh no it's still you're fine you're fine.
yeah.
All right, so it's still a hard success because a double I guess it would have been a double zero because in this game it's a fumble, but that's weird. Anyway, it's a 20, it's a hard success. So you hit him for 11 points. Okay,
Yes.
all right. You gotta
So
bring the right
Space, is he unalived or just knocked out? So they both took
phase.
11 points of
Yes,
damage.
phase goes down.
Mhm.
Um, he's down. Um, so I guess I will put let's do this. He's down, and it looks like you got him. You got him good. I guess I could roll to see where you hit him. In the 17, which would be if you look at the pulp cheat fighting seat, shoot 17. You shoot him badly in the arm, and it like nearly takes his arm off. He goes down. Uh, Keegan takes that much damage. I'm gonna put how much he
11
did.
points as well.
Yeah, he takes that much damage. He does not go down right away, but he might go down because of ouch, ouchies. As you hit him in the what did I roll for that? What's this? What's the D20 roll?
16. Well, there's a 16 and there's also a 5.
All right, you hit him in the leg, and he's still up though. So Keegan's still up. Okay, but Spades went down.
Okay.
Eric, see, Officer Erickson's puts his hand over his face, and is like staggering around, but he seems like he's snapping out of it.
Okay.
Um, must have been some sort of ability that Space had, but Space goes down. Okay, so Keegan's gonna get to go. He's gonna pull out his revolver and take a shot at you. Or maybe, I don't know. Hold on. Let me see what he does. No, he pulled out a knife. He's gonna charge you. Because
Okay.
you killed William, you killed William, and he charges at you.
I didn't kill him. I just took his arm off. And I can dodge, right?
Yes, you can attempt to dodge. He misses though. He misses though.
Um, oh, he missed, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
You
since he's right there and he attacked me,
you can
can
you can butt
can I
hit him
use
with
my
the
blade on him?
or you can hit him with the butt of the gun. That's possible too. Smack him with the gun butt. It still uses brawl.
Okay, so just use brawl. Because with the knife, it would do damage.
Well, you can knock him out. You still do damage. Either way, it's going to do damage.
So
All right.
roll the knife or just roll brawl.
I would roll brawl. It's gonna be more damage than your normal brawl because it's got the rifle, but it's like a D6 or so. But
Okay. So
if
roll
you
unarmed. I'm trying to figure out what you want me to roll.
um yeah, it's gonna be unarmed or brawl, whatever. It depends. I'm sorry. You decide what you want, how you want to attack him. You want to use a knife, or do you want to use the butt of your rifle, of your Tommy gun?
I'd rather use the knife, but would I have had it out? I'd have to drop the Tommy gun, right?
Yeah, you'd have to drop the Tommy gun.
So my unarmed only does 1d3 damage, but I would assume that's just using my fist. So
Right.
we'll have to adjust that then
Yes.
if I hit, right?
Right.
Okay. And is it normal?
Yeah, it's normal. Oh,
Extreme success.
all right. You knock him out. I'm not even gonna bother. He probably counterattacks, but well, I guess I should roll just for effect. Of course. Um, 50. Yeah, we both got extreme successes, but you take him out for sure.
Yeah.
But yep. Okay. He's knocked unconscious, but he's gonna stab. He still stabs you as he goes down. But you have that toughness thing anyway, right? So, all
Hmm.
right. So, 8. It's gonna be 8 plus another D4 because he got extreme success too.
I'm rolling that as well.
You take 12 points of damage. No, he's down. You smash him in the face. You take unless you want to use some of that luck to mitigate the 12 points of damage you take.
No, because I need my luck.
Okay. So you take 12 points of damage as he's like stabs you, but
Or,
you smash him in the
well,
face.
I'll spend the 10 luck so that he only does 5.
Okay. Well, he does 6. I guess he'll do 6. It's 12 total. 12 total.
No,
Oh, you
no.
take okay.
I
Yep.
spent the 10,
Hmm.
so I soaked damage. So I may spend 10 luck points to shrug off
10
up to
points.
5 points worth of damage taken in the thing.
So you take 7 points of damage.
Yeah, but I don't take the 12 or whatever.
Right. You just take 7. Right. So you smash him in the face. He gets you. I guess he stabs you as he goes down. He slices you in the leg pretty good, but you absorb it.
Hmm.
You only took 7, not 10.
Oh, did I do it wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll add 3 more in there.
Okay. All right.
I want to run over and let Piedmont out.
Okay.
Like,
All right. Piedmont says, he goes, the spell. Do you have the spell?
the book, I believe, is at Spay's house.
No, it's down here.
Oh, it's where? Oh, I have it. That's what was rolled up, right?
Yes.
I would have brought it with then, so I'll give it to him.
All
Here's the
right.
spell.
All right. So he's gonna probably ask you to help him cast it.
Okay.
1 minute plus 1 minute per participant donating. Okay, so it's gonna take you 2 minutes. He will cast it, and you are helping.
I'm assuming Officer Erickson will help if needed.
Yeah, Erickson's like he snaps out because what's going on? What he goes help? Oh, we all have to do this. We all have to do this. Okay. Let's see. So 6 magic points. So you guys can each contribute 2 magic points. He's going to lose 1d8 sanity. Piedmont does
Okay.
6 points of sanity. All right. So he starts speaking the name and he says, Igalnok, Igalanok, Igalanok. And he begins casting the ritual. Okay. So basically, how many magic points do you want to sacrifice to help each point? You have to donate at least
Well, I put in
6.
two. How many do you need?
Well, each 2 enhances the chance of dismissing by 5%.
It's already put in two. You need more?
Well, if you each put in 2, that's only a 30% chance to dismiss them. So,
Two
um,
more gets us to what? Because I don't know how to get magic points back in the game. So,
oh, you just get them back like 1 per hour.
oh, okay.
I'm
Then
gonna
I'll
see how
give,
much magic Piedmont has. Piedmont will probably use all but 1 because he doesn't want to pass out. So that's 10. He'll use 10 points, even though he's
okay,
messed up
then
and exhausted.
I'll use all but one, which gives 11 more.
Okay, so that's 21 times 5. Okay. What is that? That's 105. Okay. Okay. So you start casting. We'll just do one more thing. So off camera,
Okay.
you see this creature. Well, this is what
Which
it looks.
creature? Oh, you're pulling it up?
Yeah, well, first you see this, maybe on Main Street,
A
running,
running Santa.
yeah, running towards the hotel. Bernie like looks out, sees that, it's very odd, and then suddenly as the creature uh, runs, it kind of jumps on the side of the building, and
Hmm.
suddenly it turns into this. Can you see that?
Yes, it's a Cthulhu
But
thing.
more like this. You can look at the token because it looks like it's red and snowy. All right. We'll have to have Bernadette make a sanity check. Yep.
Sanity. There we
Yep.
go. Is she fine? I
She made
clicked
it.
it.
All right.
She has an 80, so
Oh, that's awesome. She still needs to roll because it's a um oh, she only loses well, all right. So what happens is like first it's like the Santa creature and then it transforms. So she made that one. So she only uses 1 point. And then to see Golnock's true form, I need another sanity check.
hold on. I have to take the one away first.
Mhm.
She doesn't make that one.
So roll out D10 plus 1.
Or wait, she can't use it for making sanity, right? Luck? Can't
Luck.
use luck for that.
No, she's really not a pulp hero.
Okay, so you need a what?
1d10 plus 1 uses
5?
5. She loses 5 sanity. So she will has a chance to go temporarily insane. So roll her intelligence, and you want to fail this.
Hold on. Intelligence.
Yep.
Big failure. Big
All
fat
right. She
failure.
does not go temporarily insane. So you probably see She stands fast and starts shooting out the window at this thing. But then suddenly, Yagulnak hears its name as Nathan Piedmont starts calling it out, and Andy Holmes and Officer Erickson are still very confused and only doesn't know what to do, but says yes, yes, whatever. And then Erickson doesn't want, or Pierce doesn't want to drain him or anything, right? So Erickson
Right.
contributes, and then you guys start. He starts speaking this ritual. He lights those candles on the altar, and then um, Spays. He's bled out. He is. I don't think anyone cared to take a look. Um,
We're a bit busy.
yeah, you're a bit busy. So this thing kind of, you can see it running across. We'll do this. It should be fun. Let's see. Before it gets to the basement, it's running across the streets of Kissimmee. If anyone's outside, it's, you know, they scream as they see
But
it,
it seems like no one was out in the streets anyways.
right? And then as you're, because it takes like, 3 minutes to complete this ritual.
Hmm.
So towards the end of it, it it breaks through that cellar door, probably. That cellar door is locked from inside, and it pulls it open. It's so strong. And it breaks through there and it bounds down. So now I need Andy, Nathan, and Officer Erickson to attempt sanity checks. And remember, you can mitigate, of course. You're good.
I made it.
You don't want to lose
He
one
sees
sanity.
sees this kind of all the time.
Yeah, well, actually, he probably hasn't. But so he, only loses 3 sanity. So Eric, you can hear Officer Erickson like cry out, like like gasp, but he stays with the ritual. He repeats what Piedmont says. Piedmont.
Piedmont has to make his sanity. I would think he knows what's there.
Yeah, Piedmont. He gasps too, but he only loses 1 sanity or two. He loses 2 sanity, so he's able to hold it together. All right, so roll me a percentile dice. Amy, you have 105% chance, but don't roll, you know, don't roll that.
56.
All right. So as Yagulnak approaches you with its claws extended, Nathan Piedmont completes the ritual, sweating and gasping. He collapses, but Yagulnak disappears.
Yay.
And then actually, in his place, collapsed on the ground,
Santa.
is this guy, Edmund Lewis.
Andy would go over and help get him to stand up. Ask him if, can I take you to the hospital for some treatment, Mr. Lewis?
Lewis looks up. He is like, eyes are wide. He's like stammering. He doesn't know what's. I think that's what happened. I hope that's what happens.
Well, you're the GM, so it's whatever you want to have happen.
Yeah, I guess it is. I would say Edmund Lewis might be okay. He's shattered though. I mean, he probably needs to go somewhere to recover, but he is like shattered by this revelation that has happened. Um, Erickson kind of says to break the tension, well, I guess this is what happens in small towns.
It is. But it also happens in big towns.
So
Because, yeah.
Piedmont stands up, as you help him to the floor. He kicks over the altar, gives you a nod.
Well, Piedmont, I followed the clues you left me.
I'm glad you
And I
showed
did
up.
bring someone with me that I'd like you to meet.
Yeah, well, I did. I'm glad I you showed up, Andy. Shakes your hand, puts his
I
hand
don't
up,
know that
puts a hand on your shoulder.
it's good to see you not harmed that much. Uh, want you to come back and meet Bernadette, and you know, should be mighty happy to see that you're fine. Well, relatively speaking, are we in? Are any of us really fine? Uh, anyways,
Yeah, I guess it's the remains of Edmund Lewis.
oh, he didn't survive?
He did not survive.
Oh,
Yeah, because it is like he became the host for a Golnock and he did not survive. Maybe, you know, yeah, it seems that way. Alas.
well, Officer Erickson, I think you're a captain now, aren't you? He'll slap him on the back and say, "Congratulations for your promotion. Just not quite the way it came about."
Yeah. Well, he's a little freaked out, but man, you guys get a lot of sanity rewards for completing the scenario successfully.
Just which is good because we could use it.
Yeah. So for rescuing Nathaniel Piedmont, that's 1d6 sanity.
Well, hang on. So 1d6.
Yeah.
Let me do this one at a time here.
Mhm.
That's
That's
6.
saving George Haglund is a d4.
Um, Now can I go above the slash sanity over here?
Yeah, we just have to readjust it, I think. You just can't go above 99 minus your Cthulhu Mythos.
Okay. And now you need a d4.
Yeah, d4,
3, so
9.
9 points.
You survived. Well, you didn't really encounter your Golnak, so I'll just give you for banishing him with the ritual. So that's a d8. He never really got to
6.
attack.
So
All
I'm
right.
at 15 now.
And then capturing or killing Winston Spays, the d4 sanity.
2.
Yep. So you have to readjust it on your character sheet.
So that's 6 and 6, 12,
And
15, 17 points of sanity.
yep. And I guess you only lost one sanity from seeing the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you gain one mythos.
One mythos.
Yep. And
Oh,
and
oh my.
Bernadette will actually gain
Hang on, hang on, hang on. This messed up over here.
okay.
All right. Now I'm trying to get down to mythos,
Mhm.
which I don't have,
Yeah,
do I?
it's right there. It's under credit
Yes,
rating.
okay. One.
Yep.
One.
Mhm.
Okay.
Bernadette will get 4 mythos.
Will she get any sanity back?
She should get the. I'll let her roll for the because she said because that creature was coming at her and she survived. She didn't run off, so I'll give her a. I
Yeah.
think that's a
Well, let me give her her
D4.
mythos.
Yeah, a
Her
D4 sanity.
mythos first.
Yeah,
I don't know how to change this. That's not what I meant to do.
yeah.
I
I
don't know
can.
how to change it. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Mythos, she has 1. Okay,
No,
and then
she gets 4 back.
for what?
Wait, how many? No, she gets
I
4
thought
mythos. 4 mythos.
for mythos.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think she
And
lost 4,
then
right? She lost 4 sanity when she saw the creature.
um
No, she lost 5. She has 5 mythos now.
yeah,
Yeah.
5 mythos.
Yep. and then you can roll a d4 to see that's how much she gets back from the 74.
She only gets a D4. She doesn't get anything else.
Yeah, just a d4. Well,
3.
she probably gets, well, she saved the Haglund family too. I mean, really, she was part of
Yep.
that. So I'll give her another d4. So five back.
5 points.
So she's at 79 now. That's cool.
And then that means she only really was down 1 because she started at 80, I
Yep,
believe.
she started at 80.
Not bad when she's involved with Andy.
Yeah, that's true.
All righty.
Well, I
Well,
don't know.
thank you.
So do you go back to Chicago, or do you have Christmas back at the Hagelin's house? I guess that's the question.
I think they would probably be in their own hotel room and have Christmas together, not with anybody else, just the
Okay.
two of them.
Not Piedmont. Maybe Piedmont.
No,
Okay.
no. I mean,
Yeah, just the two of them. So Piedmont.
just the two.
So Piedmont takes the book. He says, "I'll see you back in Chicago." Erickson thanks you. He's going to go back to his family. Um,
Yeah. The front
um,
desk clerk should be feeling a little better.
yeah. The Hagelins thank you. They go back with their family. Says if you, uh, I don't know. Do you let? What about that Thoreau Society thing?
Well, I mean, it's a society. They're going to continue regardless. So,
Yeah, I guess you probably let Erickson know about that.
hmm not Andy's problem.
Yep. And Nathan takes that book and he says, "I will see you back in Chicago."
Yep.
And then you and Bernie have your little Christmas
hmm
there in Kissimmee.
It's me.
Had this little adventure, survived, got injured. You'll recover eventually.
But I'm hoping he recovers it,
Mhm. Oh yeah, he'll recover it. Got
and
stabbed.
he'll recover his magic points too, right?
Yeah, he'll recover his magic points. Um, yeah, cool.
And more importantly, what about his luck?
Well, that will be for the next time. We'll have to roll on the luck the next time you play and recover that. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's it. I mean, any last words as we finish Hung by the Chimney with Care, a successful adventure with Andy Holmes. I didn't know how it was going to go, but I guess you pushed it and you found followed the clues, found Nathan, got to banish this creature. It did show up, and no one lost their sanity, which was important because I guess if people would have dropped out of the ritual, it could have been an issue. But yeah, we survived.
Sounds good. Thank you for running.
Yeah. And I guess off camera we'll do the skill rolls. But
Yeah, that seems logical.
all right. Thanks so much for playing, Amy. Uh, Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed our little Call of Cthulhu foray, hung by the chimney with care, where Andy Holmes actually saw a Mythos creature, confronted it, banished it with the help of a ally, Nathan Piedmont, who maybe we'll see again at some point. And now he has someone who's seen something, Officer Erickson, down in Kissimmee, Illinois. Um, he and Bernie had Christmas in this uh, not kind of a roach-ridden hotel, but a dilapidated hotel here in this town. But it was nice.
Well, Bernie would say that she'll take roaches over rats any day.
Or headless Santas.
Well, that just added to the excitement of the Christmas season.
All right. Well, I guess one more little concluding thing is you have some new contacts and allies. You have Winifred Aubrey. You
Mhm.
probably help Halsey Lewis get closure as she's her father is no longer missing, but of course found I mean, Officer Erickson will probably say, well, this William Spades must have been a killer of many people. I don't know if the serial killer is the right term yet, but that's kind of in the official report. And he, with the help of a private investigator, I don't know if you want your name redacted or not from his report, but help him to solve the case. So you have an ally in Officer Erickson and probably in Hageland as well. I don't know if that's good or
Yes.
bad, whether or not he ditches this Thoreau Society thing or never deals with the mythos again. We will see.
You never know.
All right. Thank you so much for playing, Amy.
Thank
Again,
you.
all right. Good night and good rolling, everyone.
Night.